What's up, everybody? It's Jay Cage with Wealth Occasion. I want to speak on behalf of the finance set of the day, and today I want to speak on why your business entity is eligible for funding in the beginning. And I'm gonna give you 4 reasons. Okay, 1, a business stimulates the economy via jobs, trades, services that circulate currency, which currency is what? Current events, right? That's the key to currency. And we understand that our society is governed by the central bank monetary policy that was, overseen and ran by, the so-called private corporation that was set up in 1933. So the currency became a fiat currency around 1933 somewhere. And we understand fiat currency have to circulate because they have no substance, but the substance is based on the people, label, and things of that nature. So they gotta always keep this currency circulating. Like, like it gotta always create more. So that's why they try to keep everyone in debt. So when a business going in, they're gonna get a little bit more leverage than an individual because it have more expense, it have more, things they have to cover versus an individual have shelter and gas and a few things. Okay, so that give you leverage, saying, okay, well, you create jobs and it's more, stimulate the economy, right? And 2 is it's a separate entity with rights like a human. So this separate entity actually could do just as more as a human. Why? Because they have an alter ego too. It could be sued or sued, right? So with that being said, it could operate just as me and you could operate, but it need a natural living man to control it or be controlled by it, right? So this give it more ground to say, okay, this is not me for this for the entity that I'm applying for, right? As the president or whatever you applying for, right? Or whatever you signing on behalf. Member managers, LLC. Hope you got certain amendments, certain employment agreements saying you the president, CEO of this company, chairman, whatever it may be. 3, it's going off its projection, right? So 3, its projection is based on future profits. So they're not going off what you don't have. They're going off the future profits. Meaning like everything in corporate America and global is based on present to future value. So they're not looking at what you don't have. That's why the application asks you how much revenue. So with that being said, you have to figure out what's a realistic number that your company is going to be making, but they don't say it directly. They just ask you to put in how much revenue your company making. It's a new company, right? Okay, 4, lenders or investors look at the founders and managers on the business operation of day-to-day procedures. So with that being said, we speaking lenders and investors. People use this word interchangeable, but to me personally, lenders and investors are 2 different things. Lenders somebody that provide capital with debt obligation, monthly payments or installments, while investors come in, they might buy your private health stock while you're coming to private health, where it's an obligation, well, not an obligation, it's an equity, but it's based on interest or dividend, right? So it's just 2 different forms, and people use them because they don't really know the difference between investors and lenders to a certain extent. So with that being said, they're more on this side. So the investors looking at the management, how this company gonna be managed if I'm gonna buy your stock. The lenders to a certain extent, this is saying with your proposal. So with that being said, we have 2 different sides of finance. We have equity over here, we got debt. So most times I look at it from 2 different dimensions. Starters with high risk and high rewards need what? They need angel investors or accredited investors and VCs, venture capitalists, to sell equity to, right? So with that being said, they're looking to sell off a part of their ownership for a share or whatever it may be, because traditional banks don't want to deal with these type of startups that don't have no real substance in the beginning. But angel investors and certain credit investors, high net worth individuals that might be 15, 20 million or more come in, and they might have a one-on-one with you or whatever it may be. So over here, it's more your equity side. Now you have no doc providers that go off less paperwork, not your background salary, and it's a lot of truth to that. A brand new entity is eligible up to, I believe, $50,000 or more when they first set up, because there's certain laws that protect you. And I couldn't tie the knot together with this, but by me understanding ECO, which is Equal Credit Opportunity Act, Section B, when you apply that, they can't deny you for your religion, nationality, background, marriage, credit score, certain things. They gotta tell you. If they do, you can sue them and so far and so on. So this protects you, dealing with not just consumer credit, but also businesses eligible for the Equal Credit Opportunity Act also. So traditional business, which on the debt side of more traditional business with substance, get funded from direct lenders via banks and non-banking companies via fintech companies for debt obligated. So now you may have a trucking company, you may have you might be acquiring real estate stuff like that, or substance. Lenders look at that like, okay, I can lend this money, so if anything go wrong, I can foreclose on it, get it back, get some of my money back, and set up. Over here, they can still, they can still liquidate a lot of their money, whatever they put into. But over here, it's more of a safe haven. You see what I'm saying? More cushion. So when I try to get people to say, the reason why somebody who just started business today or yesterday could go get a business credit card up to just say $25,000, $50,000, or a lot of credit, is because if they got good credit, the lender is looking at they're the PG, right? And with that being said, it's no different if you go to the dealership and you go buy a $40,000, $50,000 car, you co-sign for the car. It's the same formula. It's the same instrument. It's just one finance and one just an item of a car or whatever it is. So this just shows that in the finance world, it's almost the same thing going on. Somebody signing as a PG. Now, I'm not promoting signing a PG. Find a way to get from around the PG. But if you know what you're going to do with the cap, you're going to get it as working capital, investment capital to put down on different, deals, whatever you need it for. Just know what you're doing. You're getting this type of money in the beginning. Don't just get it just to begin. Understand what you're going to invest into, what you're going to expand your business with. Understand things you need to know to expand your market, your presence, and different things of that nature. So with that being said, I just want to talk a little about why your business entity is eligible for funding in the beginning. And like I say, our main thing is know your valuation. Meaning, like, when you see people go on Shark Tank and they trying to, sell they idea to these investors, they actually know the measure of how many shares they want to go, how much equity they want to sell off, and things like that. Me personally, every person that I come across don't know the valuation of their company. So I try to enlighten people to understand and know the value of yourself, your idea, and man, your company. So when you start asking for funding on this side or that side, you got your company appraised through a 409A appraiser or CPA. Somebody saying that this trading company going to make $300,000 first year. We're going to multiply that 1.2. That's company on paper that's saying it's $1 million company, or you can make it a mega $1 million company or $1 billion company on paper. So you start applying for certain funding. You ain't just asking, you actually saying that this company is valued already at a certain valuation. And that's the main fundamental to wealth case. So I'm out. Peace and love to everyone out there. Enjoy yourself. Stay grinding, stay on top of everything. Work smarter, not harder.